Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Our expert this week is Buka Yuri of Pinnacle Empowerment Solutions. Karibu sana. It's been a while.
Thank you very much.
It's nice to see you again.
It's always a pleasure coming here.
Thank you. Our previous guest is a retired major, and he's also a reverend. He wears very many hats, Mutu Ndolo. And one of the things he has retired to is vertical farming, which was very interesting because he's used a small patch to empower himself financially. What advice would you give them in terms of maximizing on the space that they have?
Thank you very much. I think the first thing when we are looking at farming, we need to look at it as an enterprise. And if we look at it as an enterprise, then we'll be able to identify what is the need in the surrounding market. And once we identify what is the need in the surrounding market, then we'll go ahead and use our space to plant whatever, to produce whatever it is that is needed in the surrounding market. So maybe first of all, for those of you who maybe are at home and have got some pieces of land, maybe the first advice I'll tell you, first of all, do a research. Do a market research. Go within the community, in the surrounding area, and find out what is required, what is the need. Do it with a business approach, because find out what is the cost of production of whatever you want to produce. What profit will you get? How much can you supply? Once you have those figures, then you can be able to know what type of farming you shall be able to do in the piece of land. For example, there are some crops that are not very effective for vertical farming, and others are. So once you do your research, you shall be able to know what options you have to go ahead with your project. So just like any other business, the advice I would give to somebody with a piece of land who would want to go into farming is that first of all, treat this as an enterprise.
Yes.
Go out into the market, identify the need, and see how you can best meet the need with what you have.
This does not only apply to farming, it can apply to any business that you want to start, wherever and you can start from wherever you can.
In business, you can start anything from wherever you can, with whatever you have. The important thing is the strategy.
What do you mean?
For example, there are many people in the information technology arena, for example, and there are those who want to start businesses and maybe they can't afford office space, but they can work from home. What will be the strategy of getting to your market? How do you intend to supply your service to your clients at the maximum rate so that you can make a maximum return?
So at the end of the day, it's how to maximize on the space that you have.
Yes.
For economic benefit.
You need to have a strategy that can maximize your productivity. These days, there are many multi-level marketing organizations around, and many of them are criticized. But one thing I would say about them is that there is one thing that they've discovered. They have a strategy of how to move the product with minimum expenses. As
long as you have also an idea of what it is that you're doing, because sometimes we may have like 10,000 ideas.
Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Once you identify a need and you have the right distribution channel, one thing about ideas is that ideas have no vacuum. They don't just hang in a vacuum. If you delay to execute, someone else will execute. That's the way the world is. It's moving fast. And one thing I would say is, once you master how to produce and distribute one thing, you can always multiply it. Because that's the first stage. Always, once you learn how to do something perfectly once, then now it's easy to multiply that and do it in a bigger way. You can hire pieces of land with your profit. But if you are going to do many things in that same piece of land, then it's not going to be successful.
Thank you so much, Buka. It's always nice to hear that you can actually, you only need to know your product, your idea, and you, most importantly, you're marketing it, you're researching.
Exactly.
Yeah, then you're in business, really. It doesn't matter where you start.
It doesn't matter where you start.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Have a blessed week.